Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hello. What's happening?
Oh, it's like on my live last night. I was like, hello. Or I did something. I was like, ooh, why are you doing that? Something weird.
Sometimes it's just the me comes out.
I
The
feel
inner
awkward.
me.
Is the inner you awkward?
Most times, yeah.
Yeah, that's me. I feel very awkward all of a sudden. And I'm like, then
Awkward
I
and
then I want to be weird. Like, just
well, I don't want to just say hello
all
because then
right.
that's just all kinds of Karen.
So we
Hello.
we
What are
can't be
you doing here?
normal because the people would think we're just mean.
Right?
Hey.
What are you doing here?
That's so funny. So
Yeah,
how is your week?
my week. It's Tuesday. Um, let's see. It's been fun filled. No, it's been good. I just doing laundry and tidying up and been gone for a week, so I've been killing some stink bugs and some you know other arachnophobia crap that comes in while no one's around. So
Uh,
I've been doing that, and what else? That's it, really. Just back and forth to the club, answering phone calls, do da 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 da. Same
you're
old,
just
same old.
living the life.
Telling you, no one is, you know, should be this happy in their life. Nobody,
Nobody.
not a soul,
Nobody. Okay.
nobody.
Oh, I need to close that before I hit it.
But yeah, how about you?
So, took the babies, the kitties to the vet today. They just needed a checkup, shots and all of that. And my baby kitty Lacey has allergies, so I have to give her allergy medicine.
Of course, you would have to get a needy cat.
I. So I looked it up. I've been doing research on my cat, and apparently I don't know if she's full bred. I'm not going to find out, don't care. But there's a cat called a Neblong, and it's a cross between a long-haired black cat and a Russian blue. And one of the main characteristics that makes me feel like it's her, one is her coloring, but two, because they act like dogs. They follow their person from room to room. They play fetch, like all the things that she does. And I'm like, look at that. Not that that matters at all. I wouldn't care what she was. But yeah, so that, and I celebrated my birthday. Rachel and Kenton and the kids and all that were here. We had dinner and we played our
Nice.
favorite game on the TV that we love to play. And Kyle called, Heather called, uh Kaylin and the siblings got me these beautiful flowers.
Oh, so pretty.
They showed up last night. They smell so
They showed
good.
up to the house or they
Yeah,
brought them?
no, they got delivered to the house last
Ah,
night, like right before I went on the live. Um, and what else? I mean, just the normal stuff. I own a
everyday
business,
life.
so like that's that.
Yeah,
Nothing exciting except I have a cat who has allergies and needs allergy meds.
that's okay. Meg jokes around that she got Boots as a emotional support dog, but in actuality, Boots needs the emotional support.
I know.
That dog, when anybody goes out, all he does is cry and moan and groan and, chew
So
every.
we were in the vet's office in the actual room, and Kenny was with me, and we had Bandit and Lacey. Well, I had to walk out of the room to go correct something that was on the paperwork I gave them. And he said Lacey dang near jumped right out of the cat carrier because I
Oh,
left the room. So I think it is like that.
yeah. So, yeah, that's funny. But that's it.
Okay. Dun, da, 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 we're all caught up.
Yeah.
All right,
What are we
bye.
talking about today? Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be something? Talk to you
All
next
right.
week.
See ya. We've been on for a whole 4 minutes.
We're out of here.
um, well, you just got back from vacation.
Yes, we're talking
Again.
about travel and vacation. Well, that's the retirement life.
Go
Well,
for it.
that's our retirement life anyway. But we're going to try. Okay, let me just say this because people might think, oh, da 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 da. uh, we're trying to get our travel in before we can't.
No, I
Because
totally
there comes a
understandable.
time where, well, once you get a certain age, the insurance you have to take out in order to travel is,
Really?
yeah. You actually, once you turn a certain age as a travel agent, they have to say, okay, you need insurance. So you have to pay
I did
insurance.
not know that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Huh.
we're trying to do hit all of our, traveling and stuff like that before. And I think it's, if I remember correctly, I haven't been a travel agent in a while, but I think it's 70. Once you turn 70.
Oh, you got quite a few years
We
ahead of you.
do, but that's why we
Like,
do. We
get
travel
it in there.
at least once a year. Now this is early because, we went with the family and at Christmas time, but this we usually go with friends of ours. And
Hmm.
so that's what we did. But I got to tell you, um, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about where we went. So we went to Cancun, Mexico,
Hmm.
and not far from Playa del Carmen. Anyway, the resort we were on was a Barcelo grouping, resort hotels, and there was two, uh, four, six resorts all on one property, all
Oh,
Barcelo.
wow.
Okay, so the one at one side we didn't have access to, and the one at the far side, which was adults only, we didn't have access to. Well, I shouldn't say that. If you wanted to pay an upgrade, you could go and access it, but
Okay.
you otherwise it wasn't just like the other.
So you only could access four instead of six.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the other three we could go in and around and eat at their buffet and drink the booze and go to their beach and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we did all week. We just resort hopped, ate breakfast at one and lunch at another, and you know what I mean. Just went around and to me that is the best kind of vacation because I don't know about you, but my hubby does not like to just sit at
That,
one place and do nothing. I think we've had this kind of a
yes.
conversation before. And why do I keep talking like I need some sort of picture? Anyway.
You need to get like you gave me. Just hold on to one of these
Oh,
and just
see,
squish
oh,
it.
I was going to ask you, did you get it?
I
Because,
did.
yeah. So, we like to pick resorts that have multiple
Options.
resorts. Yes, thank you. Anyway, this helps us to kill time. You see different things, you experience things differently. They have different things going on during the day at different resorts versus what your resort might have. So it's I mean the first day's a learning thing because you got to go around and maybe hop to the different ones and see what's there on their agendas, and so you
Are
have to
they
kind of.
far apart?
No, no, no,
Okay.
no. I could walk.
Okay.
I'm saying me. So
Okay.
that tells you that it's not that bad.
Right.
And let's face reality, you're not in a hurry. So it's
No.
not like we have to run from place to place to place. So, because then that would be an out. That would be, call me a hacienda or what is that thing? Okay, I'm going to say the Canadian version, a cab. Um, but so we just did that the first day. We just went about and learned the different things and whatever.
Hmm.
Anyway, but the weather was fantastic. We had light rain. I think it was the Tuesday night we were there, but we were in having dinner, so we missed it. And it was rained for like 10 minutes and then it was gone. So
No big deal.
nothing major. But the rest of the day, oh my gosh, 28, 29 degrees. I was in my element. But I got to tell you right now, being back in this dreary, snow capped Canada, I could just feel the dreariness sucking the tan right out of me.
Oh, I'm looking up for
It's,
our listeners. So 28 degrees Celsius is 82 Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Because
My
when you said
peak,
28, and I was just like, I gotta look that up.
oh, 28 Celsius. Yeah. So, yeah, so it was beauty. It was beauty. But yeah, being back, I just feel my tan kind of just dwindling. Oh, what is that? Did I hurt myself? Anyway, don't surprise me. That's probably batting everybody out of my way. Get
So
out of my way.
last year when you went to the resorts, the weather was not that great. It was like overcast the whole time. Isn't that what happened last year?
Yes. So last year we went with my son and soon to be daughter-in-law,
Yes.
but she's my daughter-in-law now.
Yes.
Um, and my grandson and George and I.
Hmm.
And it was chilly. Now, I'm not okay. There's a difference between chilly for me and chilly for others.
Right.
You would find it perfect.
Probably.
Me, when I go away, I want sunshine. It was a bit dreary. It was chilly. The pool was really cold, so you couldn't go into it and stay in it for any length
Yeah.
of time. So normally when I go to a resort and the pools are a little bit, because they don't heat them, they use the sun to heat them. So if it's not sunny out, the pools get chilly.
Yeah.
And so yeah, was the weather perfect? No. I think I get a little bit of sun, but
Not like you
not
did
like
this
this.
time. Yeah.
Not like this.
So I'm glad this time was like really good for you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I needed that sunshine.
Yeah. And just to chill
Like I would
and
sit
relax.
on the chair, the beach chair or lounger or whatever they call them, and I'm sticking my head up like this and George says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm kissing the sun. I'm kissing this. Like I'm just
Aw.
I want that sun just to yeah, just yeah." Anyway, that's
You just
kind
want
of
to
that.
rope the sun and take it home.
Yeah. So, that's the good. The bad, uh, let's, I'm not going to go into grave detail, but there was a group of people that I wasn't too happy with. I'll move on. Second of all, the airports, the Cancun airport, disaster. I don't know what they were doing. They were making lineups for Canadians, for US, for, like they were kind of doing that. And then everybody was getting intermingled. And then when someone from Canada was in a US line, they'd make them go out and then start all over again. And like it was mayhem. It really
Wow.
it was not organized. I think they started a new process and they just didn't have it down pat yet. So there was that. And then, yeah, so that was going there and coming home. Coming home was worse, by far. And sadly, and no fault of their own, but at the same time, you'd think if you got people working in an airport, they would at least have a good handle on some English. Mm-mm, not in this case.
No.
So every time I would ask a question, is oh yeah, 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 what? Yeah, you're not answering me. You're just yeah, yeah, and
They're
but
just
yeah,
agreeing
what?
with you.
Do I go left or do I go right? Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, what? So that was a bit frustrating. There was some frustrating things about it. But at the end of the day, we got there, we had a great time and then we got home. So no delays, no nothing other than lineups galore. So there was that. And poor Sunwing people, I don't know how many of them didn't have some sort of nervous breakdown because Sunwing was a disaster.
What is Sunwing?
It's an airline.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
It's an airline carrier.
Okay.
It's I think they're American airline carrier.
I've never heard of
But
them.
these people were fit to be tied because they just couldn't get home and all their flights were canceled and this was delayed and that was delayed. There was people in that airport for almost 3 days waiting for a flight home. I kid you not.
Oh my
So I
gosh.
said to the lady, I'm so sorry. And she goes, oh, it's okay. You know what? I think we're going to get on this time. And I went, I really hope you do. I don't know if she did or not, but anyway, there was that. The other thing was the food. Now, I'll tell you this. The food itself was, uh, I'm not going to say poor. I'm going to say good to mid
Meh.
great. Like it was, you could find something to eat. I'm not gonna kid. Every buffet had something different. You know, one of them had a panini bar where you can make your own paninis. There was a omelet station. There was a pasta station. You could find food. The thing of it was it never changed. Very rarely. It was the
Oh,
same thing. Now, I get it. You know what? The world is expensive. And the world's expensive for every last single soul on the face of it right now.
yes.
So I'm not surprised that the hotel chains are feeling it a bit too,
Hmm.
right? So there's that. But did we starve? No. We went to bed. As soon as we ate dinner, all six of us were like, oh, okay, well, I'm sleepy now. I'm going to bed. And we were in bed by freaking 8 o'clock at night, okay?
Okay, but the sun will
The
drain
sun
you
does you
clean
in.
out.
Exactly. So there was that. This resort had not all of them have this kind of stuff, but it had an escape room, it had a
Oh,
haunted house, it had a strikers bowling, it had a casino, it had mini pot, go-karts, like anything you could want to do at this
that's
resort
pretty
was there.
cool.
Like it was a really good resort. And I'm not going to badmouth it in any way, shape, or form. The beach was great. I've got a video of us feeding the fish right out of our hands, in the ocean,
Hmm.
the crackers. They were loving it.
I bet they were.
So, I got a video of that, them swimming around us and all that kind of stuff. So,
No
uh,
megalodons.
no, no, I didn't go up far enough to catch a megalodon. That's not going to happen.
Feeding a megalodon a
I would
cracker.
not doubt that it's out there, but I'm sure it wasn't waiting for a cracker. It was waiting for a human.
That's too funny.
But other than that, it was a great.
So they're all inclusive.
Yeah.
Does that include the bar or do you have to pay extra for the
No.
bar?
The only thing yeah, extra is those, like the bowling alley is a
Oh,
little bit
okay.
extra. You have to pay extra for that stuff. But the booze, the food, your lodging, that kind of stuff, free.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we're going to go back there, but the next time we go back, we're going for 10 days, not 5. 5 days was not enough.
I I I tend to think that 5 days really isn't enough for any vacation.
No.
The first day you are recuperating from the travel and trying
Yeah.
to figure everything out. The last day you're getting ready to leave. So that's 2 days that you're
Well,
not.
especially us, the last day, so which was the Sunday, we had to be down in the lobby by uh quarter to 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
So
So
that
that's
means,
not that day doesn't even count.
yeah, that day's gone. That's travel day, right?
Yeah.
So that we didn't get the buffets weren't open, so we couldn't get coffee, we couldn't get water, we couldn't, like, nothing we could get until we got to the airport. And even then, you couldn't get it till you got through the
The
customs.
checkpoint. Yeah.
So that was a disaster, as I was just talking about. So by the time we got to our gate, it was like lunchtime.
That's
And
crazy.
literally a bag of chips, as I was mentioning to you
Hmm.
yesterday, I'm going to say a family size, because, and I'm not talking the big family size. I'm talking like this,
Just
not the
your
little
normal, yeah.
normal bag, not a lunchable bag. But anyway, that a thing of gummies and an iced tea for the two of us was $21 American money, which Canadian was probably 45. I'm joking. But,
Yeah. That's
with the
crazy.
exchange, it's just
Hmm.
crazy. So, yeah. Oh, and the other thing that I was a bit nervous about was everyone was saying, "Oh, did you pay that tax yet? Did you pay that tax?" And I'm going, "No." I said, "I was told we pay it at the resort." So I get to the resort, and I said to the resort guy when I'm checking in, "Where do we pay the tax?" And he said, "Tax? No, no tax. Environmental, environmental." I said, "Okay." So we paid the environmental, which we do all the time. But everyone kept saying this tax thing, this tax thing. And then the last day, I'm hearing other people behind us waiting for our transport to the airport. Oh, I went online and paid the tax and da 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 da. And I look at George, I went, I didn't pay no tax. And then Larry says, oh, you could do it at the airport. Don't worry about it. When you check in, they'll make you pay. No one made me pay. So
Oh
we walk
well.
through, we're sitting at the gate, and Larry goes, did you pay? I went, no one asked me for any money for anything.
And if you ain't asking, I ain't offering.
So Larry and Ruth and Frank and Sandy paid, and I didn't. I think, what are they going to do?
You're a criminal now. You can't go back to Cancun. You didn't pay your tax.
Right? So that was that. I don't know. I panicked a bit about it, and I thought, oh, what happens if they don't let me on the plane because I didn't, finally by the time the plane comes, they catch up. Oh, this one didn't pay. We better get her.
She's got to be a terrorist. Why is she
Yeah.
evading her taxes?
So anyway,
That's
that was
funny.
that. I thought, oh, well, that's their problem. If they can't get their shit together, then like
I'm not doing your job for
I'm
you.
not. I'm not going to
Like,
run
I'm
around trying to
sorry,
figure out how to pay something
but I don't
because
even
I was getting
understand what
it.
it is.
And this is another thing. I have some sort of mental issue when it comes to travel agents and real estate agents. I keep wanting to call my travel agent a realtor.
It's because you want to move
So,
somewhere. That's why. You're
so
like, I want to live on this resort.
yeah, I said to my travel agent, I said, okay, I'm being told about this tax, but then I'm reading on the thing, don't go online because it's a hack. There's a scam associated with it. And she goes, no, you pay that at the resort. So I'm told that there's, um, uh, where's he going? I'm told one thing. Sorry, I see him going out. Oh, I think he's going to get the oil changed. Um, I see uh, my friend saying, "Oh yeah, you go online," and then the travel agent is like, "No, pay it at the resort." And the resort saying, "No, no, no,
Paid
you
at
don't
the
do that."
airport.
And I'm like, "Okay, you know what?" By that time, I was over it, and I'm like, "Screw it." Uh, what's the worst that can happen? They'll pull me over and say you owe us $38 or whatever it was. Okay, here's your $38. Take it. Have a
Yeah.
sign somewhere. Do something to make it visible so we can pay what's due. Anyway, well, that's that. That was our travel time. And even though I was glad to be home and in my own sweet little rotting place, which I call my bed,
Hmm.
um, I was extremely happy to be home for that reason only, not to come home to this dreary, dark crap. Not
I'm
happy.
sorry. I know.
But we're also now looking into our next adventure. So it's probably
When is your next adventure gonna be?
probably either November of this year or February of next year. Seeing
Okay.
as how we've kind of been, we want to take a cruise, like a back to back cruise. So we're looking into that. And then, or maybe go back to this resort for 10 days, one or the other.
I would definitely do the resort for 10 days. I think you would be happier because you could just lay in the sun
Yeah. Yeah.
and you just because I would
But
be
the
happy.
cruise is really good. Cruising, I love cruising because you get off on different ports and see different things, and the food's amazing. We're foodies,
Yeah, I know.
obviously.
It's very
So,
obvious I am.
you know, hubby, if he doesn't have food, okay, he's a crankpot. So if he doesn't have anything to fill his belly, then he's like not happy.
I mean, but that's part of the experience. I mean, like
Well,
you're paying for that,
yeah, yeah,
you know, part of it.
yeah.
So
So yeah, other than that, that was our experience, and
I've never been to a resort. I've never been on a cruise. All
oh,
of our traveling has just been like very outdoorsy, And now it's treasure hunting, which I love. Now, I would love to, if I did go on a cruise, like go treasure hunting in other countries. That
Yeah,
would be
that would be
amazing.
fun. Yeah.
It would be so fun to have, vintage historical like
Hmm.
letters and,
Yeah.
from other countries. I think it would be really, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um, but I find like vacations like that, so stressful. I like getting away, but not having like a lot of specific things to do. Just do whatever
Yeah, no,
comes to
I'm
mind.
I'm
And
not that kind either. Like there
yeah,
was a time when George was younger that he liked the zip lining and the, you know,
yeah.
all that excursion stuff. And that wasn't me. I'm not one to I don't want to fly through a jungle after
No.
after climbing up a mountain to get on it. That's not my
No,
gig,
mine
okay?
either.
So,
Uh,
it used to be a difficult thing because he would want to do those things and I didn't want to.
yeah,
So,
Kenny's the way more adventurous one. He'll be like, "Let's try that," and I'm like, You can.
yeah,
I'm here for you. I'll take
yeah.
pictures." Like,
I'll save our seats. You go
yes.
do that and I'll be here.
And if you're still alive, then you
Yeah,
can come back to me. If not, well, that's what
join in the
happens when you
fun.
go flying through the jungle.
Yeah, take your life into your own hands. I don't
Mm-mm.
care. Especially in yeah, I not to say anything bad about Mexico because it's a gorgeous place. I love it. But their how can I say
Safety
safety
standards,
standards are a little bit different
they are.
than ours. Not to say that it for their country it's not good. It's just that I don't feel safe getting all strapped into something that I don't know has doesn't have a little green TSFA thing, meaning it's been certified somewhere. I
Somewhere.
that
We don't
some where
know.
I don't care where. Just give me that
or
little tag.
or who says, okay, this is safe, but the tag. It has to have the
It
tag.
has to have something. Not
Psychologically,
just
like
a frayed belt that's been used 300,000 times. And,
it looked like it came off of
all of a
someone's
sudden
pants.
300,001, it breaks. Well, she
Mm-mm.
was 2 pounds over the limit. It was like, oh my God, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. No, I feel you.
So, no, it's not me.
It's not me either.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
not at all. No.
so I'll tell you something. This is another story about my travels. We went to, again, with our friends, to Vegas. And we decided we're going to take a helicopter ride into the Grand Canyon and land in the Grand Canyon, have lunch. Oh, it was spectacular. Okay. But everywhere I read, it was like weight restriction, weight restriction. You must be under a certain amount and da 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 da. And I'm panicking. I'm thinking, oh, what happens if, I don't know, that week I eat too much? And so I think the week before I didn't eat anything. Okay.
Didn't eat it all.
Didn't. Okay. And then I just picture myself getting into this place and there's a lineup at a scale. Okay. And then I get up there, I'm sorry, ma'am, you can't go. And so everybody, George and the rest of them, that's what I had pictured in my head
Yes.
the whole time leading up to this trip. So we get up to the desk and we're signing in and da 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 da. And I'm scanning the room for this,
For the scale.
heifer scale, and there's nothing. And I'm thinking, okay. So after it was all over, I got on, got it, and you know, I come back and I said to the lady, "Where's the scale to let people know?" She goes, "Oh, you were standing on one when you came in." So right at the desk, they had the scales in the floor.
Oh.
So that's how they
Well, it's not, at
because they
least you're not
got
embarrassed, like with
no, they
your
got
big
people to
old
come
number
up
up
and
on the wall.
yeah. So they got people to come up at the desk separately. So you stood, signed, stamped, whatever they did. I can't
Yeah.
remember. And then George went up and did his, and so that's where they weighed you. So apparently I was okay because I got on. Okay,
Yes.
I didn't send the
That week of
helicopter. I
starvation worked for you.
didn't send the helicopter into a tailspin. It's like, uh-oh, we need to
That
get one
Lori.
out. We
Just
need to
push
get one out.
just push her out. Just push her out of the helicopter.
So that was a really good trip, other than the stressing beforehand, but that was fun. Yeah.
Uh,
Couple
I
of we've been on, I don't know, I think 5 cruises we've been to Vegas twice. We've gone to oh, plethora of resorts.
I've been to Vegas once.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Hmm. Yeah, the shows were good. You know, it was a good time.
Honestly, it really is the greatest place on earth to people watch.
Well, I was just gonna say the people
It is
watching was phenomenal.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
I just can't even tell you. Everywhere we went, there were just some wackadoodles,
Oh yeah.
like everywhere. It was
Yeah.
like, wow. Like this one lady, I will never forget it. We were at whichever one is like the New York. Oh, it's New York, New York. Duh. Anyway, so she had her hair done like the Statue of Liberty.
No.
Yes, it was all up and it looked like the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
Wackadoodle. And she didn't work there because I asked her. I was like, "Oh, do you work here?" She's like, "No, I just like to have fun." Which great for you. I mean, have all the fun
Yeah,
you
good.
want. Who
Yeah,
cares?
totally.
But you have to know if you do something like that, people are going to be like, like I was. It was in the restroom, as a matter of fact. My sister and I were in there. But yeah, it's a great place to people watch. I at my age now, I don't want to be around a lot of people, so I'm okay just doing what I do.
Yeah. I'm not so much a people person either, but I do like traveling. Well, let's say that again. I like getting to a destination and
I was
having
gonna
fun.
say
I don't like getting there and getting home.
because it's exhausting.
It's so exhausting. And, I love my husband to death, but dear Lord, he drives me nuts at the airports. He doesn't want to do any of the stuff, but he hovers over me. Push
Oh, to
that,
make sure you're doing it right.
push that, push that. And I told him, I'd given him so many warnings. I said, listen, do you want to do this? If you want to do this, please. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Take over. Do it. I'll stand behind with the suitcases. You just go, oh, no, no, you're fine. You're fine. And I said, well, you're not going to hound me. I said, because that sends me off the deep end, George. You know that, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I won't. And what does he do? He's hovering over my shoulder. Like, almost yelling in my ear, push that one. No, you're not. You got to do that. You got to. So I turned around and I went, do you want to do this or not? And he, like with my teeth, because I didn't want to scream. I wanted to scream at him.
Yes.
Took every ounce of effort. So in between my teeth, my gritted teeth, I'm, do you want to do this or not? And he goes, I'm okay. And he backs away. But
That's
see,
too
the thing of it
funny.
is it's easy to stand over someone and say, hit that, hit that, hit that. The problem I have is I don't want to check yes, yes, yes to everything without reading what I'm checking.
No,
I
I
want
get
to make
that.
sure I'm checking what,
The
so that
right
when someone
thing.
stops me and says, well, you checked that you had over $10,000 worth of money. No. Yeah, you did. Look. Then
Yes.
what would I do? I would turn to George and say, see, that's you rushing me through. That's why
It's
I
his
read.
fault.
It's his fault. Take him to prison.
But let me board the plane so
Right?
I can go to the resort in peace.
So yeah, that kind of stuff really, and then making sure I'm there, the 2 to 3 hours he doesn't like that. I said, what happens
Because he
if
has to just sit there. That's why he has to sit still and do nothing.
exactly he doesn't like it? So, but I said, what he goes, well, what's it going to cost? I said, first off, what happens tomorrow morning if we wake up and it's a blizzard? Just say, okay? And then on the way down there, it's backed up and backed up because of traffic or whatever the case may be, and the time's ticking. You've only got so many minutes to check in, right?
Mm-hmm.
and then you get a blown tire in the process. There goes our whole trip because you decided you wanted 20 minutes extra sleep.
20 minutes. Again, your fault. Go.
Yeah.
You know, Kitty and I have
Yeah.
never flown together.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, you got to try it once and report back because I want to know.
We have never flown together. Anytime I have flown, he's stayed home.
Wow.
Mostly because one of us had to be home with the kids,
Yeah.
but he hates flying. He's only flown once in his life. Now, I hate flying too,
Hmm.
but he's like, if I have the option and the availability to drive, we're driving. So we're not going to be flying anytime soon together. But I don't know that I want to. I am already stressed to the max flying by myself. Having to worry about somebody else, especially someone who hasn't flown. Like I'm not like an experienced flyer per se, but I've flown enough to where I understand how things work. Taking someone who doesn't, the questions.
Oh, yeah.
Why are they doing it like that? Why do we have to do why? That would
Yeah.
that would drive me over the deep end. Like,
I
excuse
know.
me, sir, can you come over here? My husband has a lot of questions and I need you to answer them, and I'm gonna go get some
I'm going to go
coffee.
check in. Can you babysit him for a
Yeah, and
minute?
satisfy all of his curiosities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but we've never flown together. I have
Mm.
flown everywhere I've gone, it's been without him.
Yeah. I've only flown once without George, and that was out to my cousin's house.
Did you like it?
Um, I liked it in a sense of the seat that I had and whatever. I liked, it was a quick flight. It's just out
Yeah.
to New Brunswick. So it was like an hour and change. But I know I'm not a single traveler. Like I know I'm
Oh,
not one that can go sit on a beach somewhere by myself and eat by myself. And I I don't think I could do that. I don't have enough uh what's the word? Is it confidence?
maybe.
Just to be with me. I don't have that. I need someone with me. I need a posse. Here's an example. So we have PlannerCon coming up in
Hmm.
September, if I remember correctly. I think it
Yes.
was September. Anyway, I'm already thinking, who am I going to sit with? I can't be by myself. I can't go there by myself.
If I
Okay.
didn't have somewhere I had to be that exact same weekend, I would think about going. But that's my junk journal retreat is that same exact weekend.
You
The one that I'm going to, not
Oh, I was
mine.
going to say, that's not when yours was in October.
No. It's the other
Okay.
one I'm going to.
Yeah.
Um, so talking about doing stuff by yourself, it was when mom was in the hospital after her foot surgery or whatever. This was
Her what
28,
surgery?
her foot surgery.
Oh, foot. I thought you
Um,
said fit.
2016, 2017 was the first time I ever went to a restaurant and ate by myself.
And how did that feel?
Awful.
See,
Absolutely awful. I
there's
felt weird and awkward, and it was just weird.
I would love nothing better in my retirement age to go and sit and watch a movie by myself. Just watch it and eat popcorn and have a drink. And I could not.
I
You know
couldn't.
what would be
Mm-mm.
happening? I would be sitting there and then something would happen and I'd go to say something to someone and they're not
They're
there.
not there, or it's a complete stranger that you're
Right?
just like, oh my god, did you see that? That's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, it
So,
was
no.
weird. But the only reason was is because the cafeteria in the hospital it was a weekend and it was closed, and I
Oh,
was starving,
yeah.
starving. And Uber was probably a thing, but not like it is now.
Yeah.
So I drove to a restaurant right across the street from the hospital because I am not venturing far.
No.
And I ate as fast as humanly possible. It's like I could not get out of there fast enough.
Yeah.
It's weird. So I'm
Yeah,
with you. See, if we live closer, we could just do everything together and we would be okay.
it would be. I would be able to do a lot more. Now, Scott's supposed to be going to Vegas with Maria,
Hmm.
but I think the dates kind of got mucked up somehow. So either Maria misunderstood Scott or Scott misunderstood Maria about the dates for March break that she could go.
Oh, yeah.
So now she can't go, or she has to take time off.
Time off,
She has
right?
to ask permission to take time off. And uh, he said to me yesterday, he says, so I think if she can't go, then I asked Brad if he wanted to go, and he said, sure. I said, well, you better check with the travel agent because I don't think you could change the name now. You're too close. You're too close to departure,
Oh, yeah.
right? That you're not, I don't think you can. But I said, I don't remember 100% anymore. Check with your travel agent. And he comes back, he goes, no, I can't. So it looks like I'm going myself. And I said, oh, well, I don't want you in Vegas by yourself. He goes, Mom, I'm 36. I think I'll be okay. Um, but I said, why don't you ask your dad? He'll go with you. He'll pay. He goes, he'll pay the travel. I said, oh, yeah, he'll pay for the flight for himself. You got the hotel and everything already. All he has to do is get a flight there and back.
So is George gonna go?
If he can't figure it out with Maria, then yeah, I think George is gonna go.
Look, you're getting another vacation.
So like the sun is shining down on me
I mean, like
like no
no
other.
other.
So yeah, I'm just gonna,
That's
craft
so
my brains
funny.
out and bed rot till the cows come home.
Oh, and Zoom with your best friend.
Oh yeah, okay, that too. That's a given. That's not
Okay.
even
It's like I missed you. Oh,
I
I
miss
did.
you.
I missed you. I missed having someone just to sit in silence with and chit chat
Sit in
with and
silence. So we have to, you know, we do sit in silence, people.
we do.
It's not like, a gab fest. We're just sitting here like this podcast where we're
No,
rambling off.
this is me most of the time. We're doing this or whatever. She's doing
Yeah.
her thing, and then I'll be like, "Oh, did you hear about?
Yeah.
Or have you ever like
And then
like
I'll
what
look
was
up.
our have you ever used a water pick?" Like that
Yeah.
was a whole conversation one
Yeah.
time.
One day it was a great, great conversation. Um, or I'll look up and I'll go, what are you working on? What are you working on? I'm creating
The next
digitals or
release
I'm
or
doing
whatever.
something. What are you doing? Oh, right now I'm scrolling.
Just like just scrolling. She's like, I'm waiting for my video to upload.
Yeah.
We're just
Wait.
but we just like to be in each other's presence.
Yeah. It's
There's
true.
just like a calming kind of feeling there. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, Lori's here, so
Yeah. Just to know
oh
that
yeah,
someone's there.
yeah, just in case.
You're puttering around.
But I did hear, so I've been messing with this thing since I picked it up.
You and me both. I love that thing. Mine's green. I think I showed you mine. And mine's over by my bed because but I'll tell you something. Squeezing that thing has helped the joints in my hand.
Yeah, motion is lotion. So actually, the more you move stuff, it lubricates your joints.
Yeah. I'm getting lubricated.
Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot what we were talking about.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You said this thing.
Yep, that's gone.
Okay. I know it's there.
Gosh, it is like on the tip of my brain. Anyway, it'll come when it comes and or not.
Yeah. But yeah,
Now
I
I don't
love
have
it.
anything. It's like everything is gone now.
It's like,
Everything just
okay.
left my head.
Okay, bye.
For real.
Jeez Louise. What the hell is that? Okay. Yeah.
God, I don't know. I was
And of course, while I was gone, I got 3 packages that uh the household had to pay for. This, that, and the other. And I come home and right away Connor goes, Nan, I paid for your Live Love Posh delivery. Went, okay. How much do I owe you? Oh, told me. And then Meg said, I went to the post office twice for you, and here's the bills for those. And I went, okay. That reminds me, one of the things is I have to go to the bank and get the money to pay everybody that paid for my
Pay
stuff,
for all your
all my
addiction,
stuff.
all your stuff. I see the one thing over there that's from me.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
that Live
box.
Love Posh is underneath. So I have to do kind of little I'm going to show you something. Well, I can't show you the other because I'm using it, but I got these before I left. This
Oh,
is
that's
a
so
it's a book.
pretty.
It's a book satchel. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
your pen, you put your book in here. I was hoping it would come before we went away, but it didn't. So I
That's
had to
nice.
I had to leave my book, on the lounger like a savage.
What?
It didn't have a cover, so
Oh,
what is the life
what an
coming to?
embarrassment.
Could you imagine?
I can't. We can't travel together.
It's
Well,
no
now we
wonder
can. You
us
have your book
Canadians.
satchel.
It's no wonder us Canadians were getting made fun of left, right, and center. Savage. Look at her leaving her book. She doesn't even have a book
Without,
cozy.
I mean, did you remember to bring your cozy? Your
Oh, yes, I
Okay,
did.
good.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
saving grace.
That was that was something.
That's funny.
But
I ain't got nothing.
that's it, friend.
That
That's all
is
I
it.
gotta say.
This is
That's
all about
vacation.
your travels. You are a seasoned traveler. I putter around locally. My traveling has consisted of going to my sister's because her husband was in the Air Force, so she was stationed in various places. So I've been to California, Colorado, um, go see
But see,
my son in
that's a good
Idaho.
the good thing is about your travel is you've traveled within the United States.
Hmm.
I haven't traveled anywhere in Canada.
And I haven't traveled outside of the
Well,
United
I
States.
shouldn't say that. When I worked as a recovery analyst in the property management field, as part of my duties, I would have to go train some people out at the shopping centers in
Hmm.
different areas. So I went to BC, I went to Vancouver, I went to uh, in BC, that's Vancouver, Kelowna, and someplace. Oh, and I went to New Brunswick to my cousins, and then there was some other place I can't remember. Um, but those were stayovers. That was we'd pull in, we'd you know
Hmm.
get
You
off the
didn't do
plane.
anything there.
No, go to the shopping center, do a tour, talk to the people, and then sleep over, catch the plane the next day, and out we go.
Right.
So it wasn't vacation.
Right. Now I've been to the San Diego Zoo. Oh, my sister, when I flew into California, well, I actually flew into LAX. Awful place. But we went to Rodeo Drive and we
Oh,
walked up and down Rodeo Drive.
singing Pretty
That,
Woman? Did you
yeah,
sing Pretty Woman?
of course we
Pretty
did.
Woman.
Walking down the
Yeah.
street. But we went in all these shops that there is no way in heck I could afford a button, much less anything else. So, but it was really cool. And
Yeah.
we don't know who it was, but somebody pulled up in a black SUV and they were surrounded and there was cameras everywhere. So some famous person was shopping, but we could never figure out who it was.
Well, nowadays it can't be for clothes because none of them wear them
No,
anymore.
they don't.
So, how disgusting are these people? Anyway, that's a whole other
That's a
topic.
whole nother
I'm going to
podcast.
put that down as ideas uh,
Disgusting
for
people.
disgusting human beings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. But yeah, it was fun going down and then we went to the Walk of Fame where all the stars are on the ground and took pictures and it was fun. The Chinese theater and there was like all kinds of people like dressed up as characters that were just walking around the streets and anyway, it was fun. It was
It's like a mini Vegas.
yeah, it was like one of those, okay, we're here, this is a once in a lifetime, let's enjoy the cliche type,
Yeah. Yeah.
things. So it was nice to walk around my sister with. doing that. But that
Very
was it.
nice.
So,
Very good.
all right, guys. Bye.
Bye.